guys, we're back, and I'm here to show you with something a little while ago. So let's start, just to start with, it used to be the typhoon, and it's now blasting itself into Alaska. Let's not only forget that it's creating, like, another low here. I don't think it's going to become a low. I think it's just the banded low that was there earlier. Because if we're here, there's a low there. As you go later, it's just a disbanded low. I just thought it was. Now, if you didn't hear the current news, I'm sorry for people that can't, or their parents, but they will be able to listen to this. That a rampant cyclone is in the Indian Ocean. Now, if we go to... Now, if you can't see... Now, the cyclone kind of took... It went from near Hadabak. It went up, then it went south, and then it went up to Mangru Hapur. Now, I came up with a brilliant idea. I like to call them Jurtis warnings. Now, this is when I think a cyclone is going to hit your area. And I'm sorry to say this, Arabians, but any Arabian people that are watching my videos, I have no idea how you got on. But if you can't see, yes, that is 85 miles. Now, I'm not saying this is the worst storm in the world, but it intensifies. It continues to intensify. It gets larger. It actually weakens as it gets larger, but its pressure drops, and it still maintains hurricane force winds. Barely. Like, only coupled. It's not like a strong. But it does, and then it strengthens again. 80, like if you can't see, 84. Then it does, it's strengthening, but it's barely a hurricane. 7.6 if you saw that. And then it does that. Now, you may be thinking, what? Yes, and this is a true thing. And it just weakens without affecting anything. And it makes a new low. Now, this low gets disbanded somewhere over there. But as I move forward, now you have that, and we can't go any further. Now, hey, let's see how the GFS predicts this. And now these two can have different predictions, right? Well, the GFS doesn't take this. Well, let's just say, okay, this is bad. Yeah, it is, in a word, a hurricane. Why can't I get to the perfect point all that way? If I just get to... But this is something and it goes south. And it's, I don't think, but it, okay, yep, that's what I was looking for. That is not a good thing. Now you may be, now, here's, as it just stalls. And again, this is not, but flooding could be a problem. And as it goes south, as you can't see, this is a little separation. As it's still live. Now, don't get me wrong, it's still live. As you can't see it. That load just got disbanded, I don't know why. And that reforms again, but it's getting pushed. Oh, sorry. Now, that's just a normal weather update. Let's go way back. Let's go. Let's talk about another thing, and I mean in Europe for particular things. Now, the Mediterranean basin is always quiet. I mean, you have some random lows. Typical, okay? Now, I get that. But when you see very low pressure on something, it means it's a tropical cyclone. See, there's a low pressure here. That's not what we're focusing. We're focusing, I don't know on, but if you can't see, that isn't the same. There's some random low formation happening, but it's not just, see all these bumps? All those bumps are forming lows and highs. And if you can't see, one of those lows is right there. Normal low it goes negative low and it turns to low. I'm not Mr. Late Week. Please show me something. It was here before, and I promise it was here. But maybe it was okay, that's not the right low. If you can't see in the left corner, I am 100% sure this thing. Oh, yep, there we go. Now, if we go to Rome, here's your Rome forecast for the next couple of days in the Mediterranean. Now, I know nothing's accurate here. Okay. I can't show you the rest. But if you can't see, I can't show you because it won't let me. Is this a Rome? No, I want a Rome. If you go to here, you see that. Now that we go to icon, which is this Europe. Not to be mean, but you got some trouble. See, if you watch this low, it's not, I'm sorry, that's a low pressure. It's just off the map, so it doesn't show it. But that's not the real problem. It's this thing. It has a bunch. This. Now, one of them is it stalls. And if you didn't see that, yes, that is two high pressures that can't merge. They will merge. There it goes, right over Turkey. And there are a bunch of random lows. Now, why should I care? I'm more on that. Now, European forecasting is very good. Now, I don't mean to, but that's tropical storm news. As these two lows merge, they form, I like to call, a mega storm. But this is going to cause what I call a bad situation. Now, let's go back to EMF, because that's all we care about, really. Now, if you don't see that low, if you don't see that one, that's the low that's eventually maybe going to turn into Nestor. We're not sure. But if I show you a slow bypass as it goes north, it strengthens as it rapidly pulls in, causing a high pressure to form, a very, weak high pressure. It causes what I call a New England storm, or, in other words, a nor'easter. But watch at that little lock right in there. If you don't see that, it goes down. That high pressure is not getting absorbed, but it's going down. It gets disbanded. Now, and it gets kind of, the leftovers of it are kind of pushed down. If you are not seeing it starting to split up again, then you are blind. Right at that pressure mark, do you see that? That's kind of, there's the line. Now, as you're causing this, you're causing a wind. And this wind is going to split apart too. So, right. But this becomes, and it starts to weaken. But then it strengthens. But then, see how it starts to strengthen? But if you can't see, do you see like that little thing, like right here? That's where a low could form. Now, I'm not saying it would. Let's look another model. On the Gulf of, right now, it's quiet. Well, that's not right now, I'm sorry. Right now, it shows that. That is an extra level low. But it's not going to turn into anything. It's half the Gulf is on fire, though. Now, as we see this storm go up the Mississippi Valley, we're going to see see, there's the low. It's not a strong low. Now, the low just goes way due north. And I mean, that's the Hudson Bay. Now, watch as GFS model just completely disbands. But watch the cutoff. This is good. Now that is a bomb. Oh, as it drags, I don't think it's going north, but it intensifies. Now, here comes the problem. If you don't see its situation, then you're blind. It's strengthening, but it's rotating around a high. The high is rotating around it also, as it forms another low. Now, this is where things get interesting. This takes a repeat. Again, strengthening. Right where a new one would form. Now, this dragging out let's see this again. Right now, there's, if you can't see, there's that. It's going north. Now watch what this one does, which is we'll just move just a little. It's done. I'm right over New York City. It starts bombing. Now, this doesn't mean anything, but if you can't see that bump, then you're blind. Then, sorry. But that's all for our weather update.